Welcome, Tanya and Laadan, and thank you for joining us on Ud.com.
Thank you for having us.
Tanya and Laadan are a mother-daughter duo who founded SHAY Jewelry, which is one of our favorites here in Kuwait. We love your work, guys.
Thank you.
So can you tell us a little bit about yourselves?
We're mother-daughter based in Los Angeles. So I was born here.
I was born in Tehran, Iran.
Oh.
And we started making, I started making a bracelet as a hobby, like 17 years ago, like by hand. And then it was my mom who said, let's take this to a store and let's start selling it. So it's really expanded, obviously, and grown throughout the years. And so we've always done it together. We've always designed together, and we've just grown the company together. But it's something that we both love doing.
It's our passion. I think we both have it. I always had it as I was younger, and then I see she have it. So
That's amazing. I love the story. So can you tell us a little bit about how does it feel to work together as a mother-daughter duo?
feels great. People see us and they ask, "Are you still together? You still work together?" And I said, "I love it. I love it. I love it. Every minute of it. I enjoy working with her. I've been blessed."
We're honestly, I think, so lucky because I don't know what's better than being able to work with your mom. It's like the trust that you have, the loyalty you have with each other. We have the same exact taste, so it really works well.
So how did SHAY Jewelry come to life?
So SHAY really just started as, I guess, when I was in high school. I was making the it was a link bracelet, which is one of our essential pieces. It's like a core part of our line, but it was in costume jewelry, and it was a link bracelet. I was like hand weaving leather through them, and I made them for myself, and then friends and family kept asking for them, so I started selling them at like the age of like 15. And then my mom was like, "This is something, why don't we go take this to a store and sell it?" So we went to like a local store, we walked in there, and we had I had 3 just like little bracelets. Like, "Yeah, we're selling these bracelets, they're this much." She's like, "I'll take like 1 of each color." I'm like, "Yeah, we can make you more colors." She's like, "Yeah, I'll take all of them." Once we delivered them, within like a week or 2, she was sold out of all of them.
Then we did the necklace of it, and then we did more things we added to it.
And how did you guys come up with the name? I know it's part of your last name.
That's basically how we came up with it. I mean, we went a couple, I think, different names. In the beginning, we had a different name. It was like the initials of me, my mom, and my sister. And then later, we just came up with, I think SHAY was our last. It was part of the name. We thought it was a simple, cool name. I mean, I don't know, coming up with a name, especially for jewelry, it wasn't so easy.
But it's very memorable and it's very catchy.
Oh, thank you.
So what does inspire you to design jewelry?
Honestly, I feel like a little bit of everything. A lot of, I would say, like the Art Deco era, as well in the Victorian era, in the beginning of our jewelry. Like we were working like with a lot of like crescents, and then we work with like a lot of baguettes and emerald cuts. But also we get to travel so much, and I feel like just what we see in different cultures and like where we go, whether it's the people and how they're being dressed, whether it's honestly the architecture, I feel like there's just so much that is constantly inspiring us. I feel like we're getting inspiration from all different sorts, or like sometimes when we're doing new ombre colors, like I was in Turks and Caicos the other day, like last year, and like the different shades of the blue of the ocean, and I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. So we came out with an ombre link bracelet that has like those same exact, like that light blue sapphire, white diamonds, and because the water was like completely clear there, to like a darker. So I feel like we get it just from everything.
Yes.
We've heard during COVID, a lot of jewelry designers did not do as bad as the rest of the businesses, especially because like from the region we're in, people were still shopping, people were still making orders. So how was it for you? Has it affected you at all?
I think we were very lucky where it didn't really affect us in much of a harmful way. Obviously in the beginning, I think the first few months, everyone didn't know what's going on or what's going to happen. But I think throughout COVID, where people weren't buying and changing clothes, but jewelry was something that they could still be wearing, and it's still an investment. So people, and they knew they're pieces that are always going to stay. So people were buying pieces. And I think a lot of it was like, they weren't able, a lot of people for an anniversary or birthday would plan a huge experience and go on a trip, or they'd have a graduation party, and they weren't able to do that during COVID. So we found like a lot more people were putting more thoughts into gifts. Like, whereas I get a husband for his wife's birthday used to come like 3 days before or the day of the birthday and say, I need a gift. We'd get like a month in advance saying like, my wife's been working so hard, she's with the kids, I need this, I need that. And like plan out some like beautiful, elaborate birthday gift, because like normally they would be doing something different. So, I mean, we've been very fortunate where it didn't really affect us.
Absolutely.
Yes. But I think it also just made people, I feel like, even invest in kind of larger pieces, more pieces that that are timeless in some points. But I feel like even our timeless pieces have a cool little edge to them. So it's nice. It was good. I had a client like who ordered an anklet. She's like, I'm in my pajamas all day. I don't leave the house, but I just look at my feet and I see I have a diamond anklet, and it makes me so happy.
So how do you personally, you guys, how do you come out of hardship if you had faced any?
She's the optimist. So always, you can get through this. It's not, I think,
everything will pass us. You have to be patient and just be happy at the moment. It will pass by and everything will be good.
But being able to have support, I think, is super helpful.
So what do you think of the Middle East as a region and as a client base?
I mean, I think it's a beautiful region. I mean, we have roots from the Middle East, and I feel like the people that we've all met throughout, I mean, we have a huge client base in the Middle East, and I feel like each person is so kind and so sweet, and we have so many similarities of the way they're like with family and their sisters, and it's, in that sense, it's so great.
And before the COVID, we used to travel a lot to Middle East, to Kuwait.
Oh yeah, you are in Kuwait actually. We know that you're placed in Abad in Kuwait.
Yeah.
And we actually really love it. We really love the store, and we love your pieces there. And I was just getting to that. I was just getting to ask you about, have you ever visited Kuwait, and what do you think of Kuwait?
Loved it. Can't wait to go back and to travel and go there.
We were supposed to come on point, but COVID obviously continued, so.
Yeah, but we look forward to having you soon.
Thank you.
Have you met some clients in Kuwait when you were here? Can you tell us more about your trip or visit to Kuwait and experience?
When we came out to Kuwait, we were there with Obad and their team, which was really great. So we had a pop-up in their store, and we got to meet, which was amazing, was so many clients that already had SHAY pieces, that were already fans, and they were coming to kind of get more or buy more and kind of see our suggestion. And I mean, it's just so amazing to see how everyone now styles our pieces. And I feel like you see so many different types of people wearing the same piece, and they each kind of wear it in their own way. And I think that's always just so beautiful to be able to see that. But our experience in Kuwait was great. I mean, I remember like the hotel we were staying at was beautiful. The views were gorgeous. And then we went to all different parts of town, and all the different malls were cool too. I mean, there's just so much I feel like to see there.
Yeah, Doha's one of like Kuwait's it girls, so she probably took really good care of you, and she took you to the best places. We're sure of that. So this is a question for each of you. What is your favorite stone?
That's a hard one. I love diamond, but I love emerald. I think I would say emerald. I love emerald. I love Colombian emerald, just beautiful green one. We make a lot of nice emerald earring necklaces too, and people loves our emerald collection. And I think Tanya,
I would say diamonds. I mean, emerald, if I had to pick one, I would say diamonds, but I mean, I love emeralds as well. And we've been working with a lot of pink sapphires recently, and I love those colors as well. But it's hard to pick. diamonds.
And what about gold, yellow or white?
You forgot rose.
Rose.
Rose is huge now.
Honestly, all colors though look great.
So I want to ask you more of your opinion about the like the up and coming designers, the jewelry designers from the Middle East. If you've known any, if you've met any.
I honestly don't know anybody personally. We haven't been fortunate to meet anybody. I feel like I've been able to just see some small snippets of some pieces of jewelry made by Middle East girls recently, but I think they've done a great job. I think they've really been able to modernize it, because in the past, jewelry in the Middle East, I feel like was a little bit more, a lot and more, not necessarily our generation.
Not every day.
Yeah.
Right? It's just you wear like for the wedding or for big parties, but the way we make it, it's all, you can wear it every day. You can wear it in daytime, you can wear it at nighttime, so it's different.
I agree. I actually think the whole concept of daily jewelry or daily high-end jewelry is relatively new. I mean, I didn't see it 20 years ago, like when I was a teenager, when I was younger. I never saw my older sisters, my aunts, my mom would wear like super high-end jewelry, like diamonds for every day. It wasn't for every day back then, but it's relatively new that we would wear high-end jewelry every day and have it be part of our daily lives.
I think there wasn't that type of jewelry before, you know? It was like so many people bought jewelry to like go sit in a safe. And I think our whole thing is our jewelry is meant to be worn, and like whether you're wearing it, we have people wearing it to black tie events, or we have people wearing it to go to the gym or pick up their kids from school. So I think that's the beauty of it, is that you want to be able to wear it, or else what's the point if you never get to wear it?
I agree 100%. And when it comes to design and designers, if you could ever collaborate with any brand, like fashion or jewelry, which brand do you think mostly would go with your direction and would describe your style?
I don't know, that's a tricky one. I'd have to think about that a little bit. I mean, we've been thinking about it. There's so many different, I feel like there's so many talented designers and so many different people that we would love to work with, and we can create something amazing with, whether it's like I feel like there's certain shoe brands we'd love to do something with, different clothing brands.
Yes.
I just don't want to say, because we are working on something, so I don't want to, and I just don't want to say anything. I'm not sure.
We're gonna surprise you.
Yeah, so we look forward to it. So which then is your favorite brands, would you say, if you could choose like, let's say 3 of your favorite designers? Not to work with, to wear and to buy and...
I would say I love Zimmerman. I love all their color, and just, especially I feel like during the summer, that's kind of my jam. Bottega, I think, does amazing.
I love Oscar de la Renta.
Oh, yeah, so elegant.
I mean, for shoes, I think Amina Mudai is amazing. There's just so many
good ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jacquemus, so many great.
I feel like we have very similar tastes, because you just named most of my favorite designers. In your opinion, what do you think is a comparison between, or the difference between being a fashion designer and being a jewelry designer?
I think there's the huge difference is that with jewelry, it's that the pieces like are trendy, but they're still timeless pieces, and our pieces are going to be passed on generation after generation. It's like a piece that the mom's going to wear all the time and then be able to give to their daughter, and she can wear it all day, every day. So when we're creating pieces, is that we do also think about that. It's not something that's like super high fashion that's going to be in. You're going to wear it once in a while to certain events, and then you kind of go on to the next trend. It's kind of some pieces that will be as like sharp as they are, as cool as they are. We still have to make them timeless. We still have to make them that a piece, and it's like a piece that's going to go on from generation and generation. And also, I feel like jewelry has such a huge sentimental value. Like whether someone's buying it's a gift or it's it's a anniversary, a birthday, or like we have so many gifts of like people buying it on their trip, buying a bracelet when they were traveling somewhere. And that's like something like, I always remember I was on this trip here and I bought this at the store. And so I feel like you really have that with jewelry, where I don't know if you, I mean, I'm sure of course with fashion you do as well, but I don't know if it's as strong or with every piece that you're getting.
Yeah, I mean, when you buy jewelry, you're mostly buying a memory as well.
Exactly.
Recently, I heard, like I was in a conversation describing or talking about creative people versus business-minded people. So what do you think of this, like this comparison? Or do you think creative people cannot make good business people, or is it the opposite? Or where do you stand on this?
It's difficult because I feel like I'm kind of both. I would say maybe I'm more business oriented. Like I was a business major in school. I was always very business oriented, but I mean, I feel like I'm creative too.
Yes, you are.
So difficult.
No,
I feel like there could be a balance. I mean, I understand, I see certain business people that don't have that creativity, or I see certain creative people that really just don't have that business mind. So, but then there's also
I think she got everything.
That's the mom, and that's why it's great working with your mom, you know? I mean, like all people, some people have one thing, some have both. It really depends, I think, on the individual.
I agree with you guys. There's always a good balance.
Women are,
Yes, women can do everything, can't we?
everything has changed. Women power. Now they can do everything. The business, running a company, everything. Thank God.
It's the SHAY women.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So thank you, Tanya and Laadan, for joining us and for this lovely talk. We hope to see you soon in Kuwait.
Thank you so much. Hopefully very soon. We can't wait to come.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Take care.